Christmas in Sandringham has always been more than just a royal tradition. It is a stage where history, family bonds, and resilience quietly come together. This year, however, all eyes were drawn not to the usual headline figures, but to two royal women who stepped forward with unmistakable grace and strength, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. In a season shadowed by complicated headlines and emotional uncertainty for their family, the sisters could easily have chosen privacy, retreat, and quiet distance. Instead, they showed up, poised, elegant, and unwavering, walking alongside senior members of the royal family for the traditional Christmas Day church service at St. Mary Magdalene Church. Their presence alone spoke volumes. It wasn't simply about fashion or festive cheer. It was about symbolism, loyalty, and quiet resilience at a moment when their family name has been under intense scrutiny. For many royal watchers, their appearance represented unity, courage, and a determination to move forward, even while the past still lingers heavily in the background. Weeks of speculation had suggested the York sisters might stay away this year. Yet on December 25th, they emerged with warm smiles, confident body language, and a graceful assurance that immediately captivated the crowd gathered at Sandringham. Princess Beatrice, 37, radiated polished sophistication in a beautifully tailored tan-belted trench by Caracara, paired elegantly with sleek black knee-high boots. Her look, completed with a chic white handbag and a festive pillbox hat by Justine Bradley Hill Millinery, perfectly blended modern glamour with traditional royal style. Walking alongside her husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mazzi, the princess looked calm, content, and quietly reflective. Notably absent were their children, daughters Sienna, 4, and baby Athena, now 11 months, as well as Edoardo's son Christopher Wolfe. The couple has had a tender year, marked by both joy and challenge. Beatrice was initially meant to spend last Christmas abroad with Edoardo's family, but due to her pregnancy and medical advice to avoid long-distance travel, plans changed. Their daughter Athena later arrived prematurely on January 22nd, bringing both relief and emotional intensity to the family's private world. Princess Eugenie, 35, also made a beautifully graceful return to the royal Christmas celebration after spending last year's holiday with her husband Jack Brooksbank's family, their first Christmas apart from royal celebrations since marrying in 2018. If Beatrice embodied sleek sophistication, Eugenie radiated warmth and festive charm. Draped in a striking red and brown tartan Brian wool cape and topped with a rich burgundy pillbox hat, she looked every bit the modern royal woman. Stylish yet grounded, festive yet dignified. Holding Jack's hand while waving warmly to the cheering crowds, she appeared relaxed, cheerful, and genuinely happy to reconnect with tradition. The couple left their two young boys, August 4 and Ernest 2, at home, once again signaling that this outing wasn't just a casual appearance, but a thoughtful and intentional moment of representation. One onlooker at Sandringham summed up the sentiment beautifully. Beatrice and Eugenie were glowing. They looked happy, confident, and so united with the family. It was wonderful to see. Their decision to attend comes only weeks after a deeply challenging and highly publicized moment for their family. The removal of their father Prince Andrew's remaining royal titles and honors by King Charles, following renewed scrutiny surrounding his past associations. The development placed Beatrice and Eugenie in an undeniably delicate emotional position. Royal analysts questioned whether the sisters would retreat into privacy with their parents or step forward to stand beside the king and the wider royal household. Every detail of their presence felt purposeful. Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank walked prominently near the front of the royal procession, positioned closely behind Princess Anne and just after the king and queen. Their location wasn't merely logistical. It ensured that all eyes were on them, signaling inclusion, acceptance, and royal reassurance. Princess Beatrice and Edoardo followed later in the procession, yet when the service concluded, the sisters came together, standing side by side with their husbands. A subtle but emotionally powerful display of shared strength. Instead, they presented composure, warmth, and a united front as sisters navigating one of the most complicated chapters of their family's public life. What made this appearance resonate so deeply wasn't spectacle, it was sincerity. Beatrice and Eugenie didn't simply participate in a holiday tradition. They reminded the public that even within the world's most photographed family, there are daughters, sisters, wives, and mothers trying to balance love, loyalty, dignity, and identity. In a year when their family story could easily have been dominated by scandal, disappointment, and division, the York sisters chose to step forward and rewrite the tone, even if just for a moment. They reminded everyone watching that grace still has power, that resilience can be quiet yet striking, and that sometimes the strongest message isn't shouted, it's simply shown. This Christmas, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie didn't just walk with the royal family. They stood tall, shone brightly, and won hearts around the world.